This will be a good game. Regardless, he's long overdue for a victory because he's had a couple missed extra points where that pretty much I've beaten him by like 1 point games because of that.
Damn.
So yeah, it's been crazy like that, and
I'm
I'm not
looking
going to be
for
shocked either way.
Covington. I'm looking for Covington to have a big game against the Raiders here for you. Help you pull out the win. I think it's going to be another close game, but I'm giving you the nod being the home team here.
I'll just say I'm hoping for a victory.
Falcons head to Houston.
Well, I think Houston this is the year. Like, if
Yeah.
you're not going to win the division this year, when are you going to win this division? I think this is his time. And you're playing against a Falcons team, which I thought he would do a little bit more in the draft. I think he took the best defensive tackle. It's not sexy. It's one of those picks that you just kind of go, okay, I get it. You're shutting down the run game, but I just don't see
No
the
flash in that
defense.
sizzle.
I don't see it. I really don't. And I think Houston pretty much did everything they wanted to do this offseason. Has the two running backs set, the extra tight end out of the draft, the best tight end. I mean, he is building his team the way he builds it, and his defense is still stacked. And I don't see the Falcons having the firepower against what he's going to come at him with.
Yeah, I
I
mean
just
they
don't.
still got Clowney, Watt. Yeah, I got to go Texans on this one as well. Next game
And we
after
get
that,
2 years.
yeah, I'm traveling to LA facing new user in the division. Uh, should be an interesting game. I played him when he was the Colts. I lost. I don't remember which season that was. I think it was season 2. But yeah, it should be a fun game. I'm excited. I haven't got in touch with him on Slack yet, but if Dak can play some mistake-free football, we have some nice talent on offense. We'd like to really get going. Defensively, we feel sound despite last week's performance. I
And
think
just
that
so everybody knows, when he says Dak, that's Dak Prescott. He got a new change of scenery going to the Bay.
yep, Dak Prescott out at quarterback for San Francisco. Doesn't mean shit if we can't get the W.
You got all the weapons. I mean, I
Yep,
think we both know that the one thing your team's been lacking is a steady quarterback. You've been trying to go with the veteran quarterback to the rookie
yep,
quarterback, and it just at a
yep.
certain point you just got to say, you know what? If it's not developing in your system, go out and get it.
Mhm.
I
I
think this is
mean,
gonna be one fun ass game, man. I, I
it,
I keep looking at this matchup, going Garoppolo versus Dak, two new quarterbacks and two new sceneries, but I don't know anything on the Rams
plenty of.
defense.
See, I mean, they still have Alec Ogletree. Uh,
Okay,
Defensive line wise, I mean, they got rid of Aaron Donald a couple seasons ago.
which
But
is
I
huge.
mean, I offhand, I can't tell you exactly who they have on defense, but I would assume
I
at
think
this point,
Emerson as
yep,
his
they do
top
have,
corner.
yep, they do have Am. That was a trade acquired through the Browns at one point after being traded from Oakland in season 1. Um, so no, I mean they have some key additions, but I feel like some of they might be getting a little older. Honestly, they might be hitting the hill.
I think you can easily pull this one out. I mean, I'm not saying Colts aren't a tough user. I think you know how to adapt against some of these crazy scheme type offenses. If he runs anything similar to what he ran in Colts in Indy, just watch out for a lot of those quick gimmicky plays.
Yeah,
He likes to send that running back out in the what is it? The
likes to keep you
emotion.
looking and moving your eyes and trying to
Hey,
assess the situation and really what and not to give away too much, but when you have someone trying to throw smoke and mirrors at you, the best way to deal with that is to just throw smoke and mirrors back, because if they can't guess what they're throwing their smoke and mirror against, then they have a harder time reading it and assessing that it is the right play to make at that time. If you get someone that likes to move around a lot and then you have them guessing, that adds a lot of pressure to them on offense to make quicker decisions, play clocks running out if they're trying to make audibles, things of that nature. It's playing defense is more of a mind game and just gap control than anything else. And just, I mean, with Sammy Watkins or Brandon Cooks, my best tip is to try and let someone else beat you from that team. Don't let them fucking do it. Don't let Sammy Watkins streak down the field and catch it one-handed on you. Spotlight the receiver. Look into different tactics on your pre-snap defensive adjustments. Just little things. Little things go a long way against smoke and mirrors.
I see this division being 1-1. Everybody after week 2. Just the way I see it. Might be a little naive, but I just do.
It'd make things interesting, that's for sure. To me, it's the most interesting division. The Browns at Steelers. Week 2.
Like this game gets
fireworks.
earlier and earlier every year, doesn't it?
But it doesn't get any less interesting.
This is true. Steelers, I don't know. Do we want to go on the hate train right now and say that the rich get richer every year in the draft? Or do we want to just commend them for developing guys, trading them for riches every year? Or how do you want to go about this with the Steelers?
Well, I think you just have to commend him for his ability to find these players in the first place, and it's not easy to find offensive linemen that can be developed as well as they were. They were strong. They had good blocking. To me, it's just shocking to trade them both. Maybe to trade at least one to save up some space on the cap down the road. I mean, there was a lot of overhaul going on in Pittsburgh, but when you have a few good linemen left and you have Le'Veon Bell, what's there to worry about?
Oh, just so you know, game 1 final, since he won 33-21 against Baltimore. Just kind of keeping to the train of thought of that division. It was a very bold move he made this offseason in Pittsburgh. He traded out one of, I mean, let's say it for what it is, Big Ben, one of the staples in Pittsburgh, and drafted probably the best rookie quarterback to ever come out of the draft. The guy's got close to he's got better stats than my Jameis Winston, and he just got drafted. I mean, it's unbelievable, and what this Tootin kid's gonna be.
And a nice here's a little fun fact for you. We were talking about that a little bit earlier, Steelers and I, on the trade committee. When I traded for AB, he took that first round pick. He drafted Holloway. This offseason, he had a trade involving draft picks with Holloway, and he got the second and sixth or something like that, and that's how he acquired Tootin. So, ripple effect. AB going to the Bay, draft pick, player picked, player traded for pick. Boom. Tootin is now a Steeler.
So it's your fault. All right. I'm glad I got someone to blame.
Yep, you can blame me.
Yeah, it is sick. It really is. I mean, last year in the playoffs, he laid an egg. I did not see Cincy beating him, but I also thought both those teams would meet up in the AFC title. So I was wrong, but I was right knowing that matchup was going to happen. I didn't see that outcome coming. So Browns, we probably haven't talked enough about the Browns. I mean, it's in a transition. I mean, I don't know. He traded for Mayo this offseason. which is probably one of his biggest moves. Gave away his left tackle, his other corner, and Tavon Young. He's got a new starting running back, young quarterback still. I mean, there's a lot of moving parts there in Cleveland, just as much as Pittsburgh. So this is a game
A
that
lot of parts coming in though too. He acquired a few draft picks, didn't he?
he had a lot of second round picks. Now,
Yep.
my biggest forte this draft was the first round. So if
Okay.
I feel bad for all those people that had like 5 second round picks or 5 third round picks because I didn't really focus a lot in those rounds. I was very top heavy in this draft. So, but looking at this game, it's really going to come down to the two young quarterbacks. I mean, we both know that these guys know how to play good D. They both are going to run the ball down your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So, when you're looking
Story
at
of this one would be, does David Johnson find his footing, or is Isaiah Crowell gonna, snag some of those carries, given his past with the Browns and his good one carry in week 1? The Steelers gonna step up and play some solid defense. It's home for the Steelers. I kind of like the Browns in this one though.
this is scary because I'm leaning this way too, and it has nothing to do with me ripping on the Steelers for his draft or him getting the guy I was really going after in the draft. But when you develop good linebackers, you got to replace them. When you develop good corners, you got to replace them. He filled those holes in the draft, but he filled them in later. And I think this is going to be one of those weeks where we might see where the Steelers defense has a little bit of the holes, at least for the first couple of weeks, where he's got no Artie Burns out there. He's got no Holloway out there.
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking about a matchup that these two guys exploit weaknesses.
Yep.
And the Browns defense got stronger with Mayo. Still got Aaron Donald in the middle of that line. I mean, you're looking at a lot of pieces. Those safeties are probably both 90 plus. You're looking at pieces in this defense that only got stronger, where the Steelers got to find a couple positions still to fill. They'll have the pieces later on in the year. They will develop.
Mm-hmm.
He always develops them. But if this is the time, this is going to be the one time where you're looking at the Browns and he'll expose those weaknesses week 2.
Yeah, I would agree. And he plays quality defense.
It won't be a high-scoring game.
No.
I can tell you that right now.
I'm looking to be 17-9 at the largest disparity.
If that. It
If
might be a
that,
very
yeah.
big, heavy field goal game.
Yep. All right. Well, let's go to Bills at Jets.
The most paid team to the most traded team. It's like I feel like both these teams want, one team wants to get rid of everybody and one team wants to get everybody. It's kind of funny when you look at it, but this Bills defense is just, I'm scared to go against this defense. Out of all the defenses, when you get Jalen Ramsey and Thomas Fair to add to your defense, I'm sorry, I don't care what he has in offense. He could probably beat me 3-0 right now with that defense. That's how good this defense is starting to shape up, and that's coming from a guy that knows how to. It's coming from a guy that could pick up 3 free agent corners and make them Pro Bowlers, all 3. I mean, yeah, until I see the Jets really show like that he's in this division, like this is one of those games that it scares the shit out of me for him. It really does.
Yeah, he needs to make a statement this game.
And it looks like we had another game go final too. Holy shit.
Oh, Chiefs and the Titans played?
Yeah, it makes me feel so much better. Not. Fucking Titans. Really? Really? You're killing me, man.
Whoa, what was the final?
38-7.
Oh, no.
Wow. So much for my